which function you are using here? You are not function name I am asking, function name or method name in this second line, public void add is a method name or function name. This is called function prototype. It is called what? Function prototype. Here two types of functions we are using. One is int, return type is int, here return type is void. So these two we can call function prototype. Remember this, function prototype is nothing but what? How you are declaring a method or a function, whether it is contain return type or it contain void type. That is the meaning. Here return type is int, so it has return some value, but here return type is void, it doesn't return any value. That is the meaning. Is it clear? Now function at the return at the time of function prototype means whatever you are writing, method name or function name, and the definition of the function, at that time what you are writing, that is called parameter. Remember, the method name is what I am using here. Can anyone tell me method name in this example? Method name, square is method name, and values I have written here. What kind of values? Int a comma int b. These all are called parameters. These all are called parameters. The values which are written, written int a and int b at the time of function prototype. This is my function prototype and definition of the function. This is called function prototype and definition of the function. What I am writing inside this function, that is called parameters, right? So I told compulsory you have to use, if return type is int, compulsory you have to use return keyword. So what will give the result? It will accept the a and b value. Suppose a value is 10, b value is 10. So 10 plus 10, that is answer is 20. Return 20. It return to this function as a result is what? 20, like that. Is that clear? So these we can call parameters. These int a comma int b we can call parameters. Understood this concept? Okay. Now next one is argument. Parameters we have learned. Next concept is argument. When a function is called, the values that are passed in that call are called arguments. See, function is called means where you are going to call your function. Can anyone have idea about this thing? Calling a function, called function, right? Remember, when a function is called means not recursion. Function calling itself we can call recursion. Function calling itself we can call recursion. Okay, that is different concept. Here function we will going to call with the in main method. Function we are going to call in where? Main method. From that method we are passing the values. See, square 4 comma 10 I have written here, right? But in previous slide I am using square as a method name or function name. Int square, int a comma int b I have written, right? That is a function name or definition of the function, right? That function I am calling in a main function. Here I have to write a main function. Here from main function I am passing the values. What values I am passing? 4 comma 10. Right, this values will go to where? Square function, like previous examples. Okay, I will tell you, wait. And these, you just remember, these original values you can call argument. These you can call argument. In these two slides you try to remember parameter and argument. Okay, parameters appear in where? Function, body of the function. Arguments should be appear in where? Called function, or sorry, calling function. This is function we are calling here. So in here we are passing the values 4 and 10. So these we can call arguments. Let's see here. Try to understand. Class name, what I have written, add. Right, or you can write any name, that is AITM. Now function, I am method or function, both are same meaning, don't confuse. Here I have written method name, that is square. Which type? Int type. It should be written integer value, right? Int square. These here I am using what we can call this? Int a comma int b, what we can call? Can anyone tell me? Parameters. Very good. Then here I am performing this function. Inside this function I am performing some operation. That operation is what? A plus b. Done. Okay, fine. Then after writing my function, then I will write main method. Here I am writing main method. In this method I am creating an object. How I am creating an object? Class name, that the class name is add. Reference variable s1 is equal to new add. Done. After creating my object, next I am calling this function. How to call this function, or how to access these members of data members of this class? With the help of reference variable. What is the reference variable here? s1. So s1 dot, what is the function name? Square. What values I have to pass? 4 and 10. 4 value will going to occupy where? Int a, and 10 will going to occupy where? Int b. Let's see. 4 should be going to occupy here a place, and 10 should be occupy in the place of b. Now a value is how much here? 4, and b value is 10. Right, now a value is what now? 4 plus b value is how much? 10. 4 plus 10, what is the result? 14. So I am not going to print 14 here, yes or no? So what I am writing here? Return 14. Return 14 means it will return to 14 in a square function. So this square function has the value how much now? Answer is how much? 14. Now come to this line. After calculating this, this line has the answer how much? 14. This line has the answer 14. This 14 we are storing in which variable? Which variable we are storing here? Result 1. Now result 1 has the value how much? 14. So this is the control flow in this way, right? Is it, have you understood this, or can I explain once again what to do? Understood? Okay, fine. Now here I am still confusing regarding this. First, which one is parameter and which one is argument? second one is argument, right? Argument we are writing in called function. This is called function, sorry, calling function. This one is called function. Remember, it will little bit confusing, called and calling. Calling means you are using in main method. Main method you are using calling. Called means what? Whatever you are defining the body of the function, it is called function. This square we can call called function, and you are calling this function in main method, that is square 4, 10. These values you can name as argument, and these all are parameters. That's it. So it is this is called parameter, this is argument. Okay, done. Now using that parameters, okay, we are going to write a small program using parameter. So what do you mean by parameters? It is possible to pass one or more values to a method when a method is called. So that is called parameters. And a value passed to a method is called an argument. Like we have passed 4 and 10, that is called value, right? That is called argument. Inside the method, the variable that receives the argument is called parameter. Inside the method means square method. Here there you have written int a comma int b, right? So it will receive the values from where? From the argument. That is called parameter. And parameters are declared where? Inside the parentheses, that follow the method's name. So parameters are declared inside the method name, inside the what? Parentheses. So it is meaning about parameters. In exam they will ask a question, explain parameter concept, like that they will going to ask. Okay, so in that time you just write this slide then followed by one example. Here same example I have taken. So once again you just follow this rule. First my control will go to this line. My control will go to which line? Main method line. Our control, when you write give a command java add java add, if you run this program, your control goes to where? Main method. So main method is here. Now what you have written inside this main method? One variable you have defined, that variable name is result1. Okay, done. There is no operation, so okay, consider it will going to consider done. Next you are creating an object, that is reference variable is s1. Okay, s1 you have created. Next it will go to next line. Here you are storing res1, you already declared, so no problem. Then here you are calling, you are using a reference variable, that is s1, and dot, you are accessing the method name, that method name is square. It has the two values 4, 10. So directly controls will not go to next line. Remember this, control has a new keyword, that is a square. So it will going to search where you have written the square. So what is the square? What is the square? So control will go to here square. Control will go to this method square. So in square how you defined? It is return type is int. Okay, done. Then values, how many values? It will take two values, a and b. So here you are passing two values, that is first value is 4 and second value is 10. Done. Two values it will take. Then after taking, enter into this method. Here you have written return, then a value is 4, then b value is 10. So answer should be what? 14 will going to return. This return means this whole function has the result that is 14. It has the result 14. Okay, then after executing this, it will again come back to here. So you have got the answer from s1 dot square 4 comma 10 as result is 14. This 14 you are storing in result1 variable. Then after finishing this line, control will goes to next line. What you are writing next line? SOP means printing. What print? Addition of two number is RES1 has the value 14. So you will get the result like this. So it is example of using parameters. Have you understood this concept? Perfectly. And you written this example, small example. Parameter example compulsory how to write like this. It is a simple example, and while writing is also very easy if you are understood, otherwise it will be difficult. So shall I move to next concept, or you are writing this slide? What to do? Will you write this slide or shall I skip? Wrote, okay. Now here is the difference between argument and parameters. So small difference. Sometimes they may going to ask 5 marks or 4 marks in your main exam, or sometimes they may going to ask 10 marks question like this. Explain the parameter concept and give the difference between argument and parameters in detail. You have to explain, like that question will come. So total 10 marks they will going to ask. 5 marks for differences, 5 marks for explanation, and 1 example, like we have discussed in previous slides. Okay, so argument. When a function is called, the values that are passed in the call are called argument. Values we can call argument, and here values which are written at the time of function prototype. Values which are written in function prototype, it is called parameter. Values we are that are passed in the call, means function call, we can call argument. These are used in function call. Which one? Arguments are used in function call. These are used in function header. Parameters are used in function header. Only you write these keywords, that's it. If you are confusing to write these whole lines, you just write only this much. These are used in function call, these are used in function header, that's it. An argument is a value that is passed to a method when it is invoked or when it is called. Parameter is a variable. Remember this. Argument is an value. Parameter is a variable. Like int a, int b, it's a variable, right? Yes or no? Argument is what? Value. 4, 10. That is called argument. And they are also called actual parameters. One more keyword you are getting, actual parameters. And the parameters we can call formal parameters. Sometimes they may going to ask, explain actual and formal parameters with an example. If they ask question like this, you just write on previous example, that's it. That is parameters. They are using formal parameter also, you are using actual parameter also. Is that clear? 3 types question may going to ask in this concept. One is explain actual and formal parameters, or difference between actual and formal parameters, or explain the concept of parameters. 3 questions will come. 3 questions has the same answers that previous two slides. What do you mean by parameters? You write those 4 lines, then give one example. That's it. If they ask difference, you write these difference. Any doubts regarding these concepts? No? Okay. The next concept is a constructor. It's a very important, and you have lab programs on this concept, so please try to understand this concept, that is constructor. Constructor in Java, yes, in Java it is a special method. Why it is called special method? And it is used to initialize the objects. Initialize the object means you are created object instance of the class, instance of the object of the class, right? So like class name followed by reference variable followed by new keyword followed by a class name, then close the brackets. That is called object, right? It is a special method used to initialize objects, and the constructor is called when it is called when an object of a class is created. Object of a class is created means what? What do you mean by this? Suppose your class name is MCA followed by reference variable S1 I will give is equal to, with the help of create the object that is new, then class name is MCA, close the bracket. If you write this line, at that time constructor will going to call. Is that clear? At that time constructor will going to call. When the constructor is called, when an object of a class is created. What is the object of class here? MCA is my class. New MCA object will created with the help of, it will going to store on a reference variable that is S1. If you write this line, then obviously your constructor will going to call. Okay, all classes have constructors. Remember, class ABC, class EITM, class MCA, like that you are writing in previous examples, right? All classes have a constructors when you define one or not, because Java automatically provides a default constructor. Java automatically provides default constructor. If you return constructor, okay, no problem. Suppose you will in previous examples I haven't used constructor, but I have created this object, right? In every examples I have created this object, but I haven't used the constructor. That is the meaning. Whether you define one or not, because Java automatically provides default constructor. It is a special case you are using in Java, right? Have you understood this slide? Okay. Now, 1 meter. You have some rules to create Java constructors. What are the rules? Simple rule. Nothing different, difficulties here. Constructor has the same name as the class name. That is a constructor. Like we have studied, whatever you are giving a file name should be what? Class name. You know this concept. File name should be your class name. Now, constructor is nothing but what? What you are giving a class name. Class name should be as your constructor name. Am I clear this doubt? Class name is your constructor name. If you write class name AITM, then constructor name is what now? Class name is AITM, then what is the constructor name? AITM. Okay, very good. And constructor cannot return values. It cannot return values. Like in previous method you are using return a plus b, you have used, right? So here it will not possible. And a class can have more than one constructor. Remember this. Class have how many constructors? More than one constructor, as long as they have different signature. I will tell you this one later, okay? But you, from this slide, you just remember class name is the same as constructor name. Constructor cannot return the values, and class can have more than one constructors. Class can have more than one constructors. These are our rules. Now types of, okay, before going to discuss that types, let's see this. Here I have given a class name is what? AITM. My constructor name is what here? How you are going to identify constructor? Because your class name and method name, whatever you can call this method name, the both are same, then we can call constructor, right? Here in this constructor I am writing SOP, welcome to constructor. So now after declaring or writing constructor, I am writing a main method. In main method, what I am performing here, what is this line? For which purpose I am using this one? Can anyone tell me? What this line represents? Argument. Are you using any arguments in your example? Soumya and Riya, you tell me. Haven't used this line in previous examples. This line, I am talking about this line. Reference. What kind of reference? It is an creating up an object of the class, man. It's very, very important in Java program. Creating up an object of the class. Is it clear now? All of you read yourself. Creating up an object for what? For the class. Class name is AITM. MCA is a reference variable. Like that previous we have written here S1, right? Is equal to new is a keyword. New is a operator followed by class name, then close the bracket. This is object. Creating up an object. ಇದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕ್ರಿ ನೀವು. 3-4-5 ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ತಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಆವಾಗಲೇನು ಆಗಲೇ ಬರೆದು ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೀನಾ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. Creating up an object of the class. What is the class name here? AITM. What is the constructor name? AITM. So okay, done. Now what will give the output, Kiran? Output in ಇದು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಅದ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈನ್. ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? S1 ಡಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಅಥವಾ AITM ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒನ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ AITM ಹಿಯರ್, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್. Is it possible? That is what. That's why we have to give class name as nothing but constructor. So after, when it will going to call, after creating up an object, at that time it will going to call. See, the constructor is called. Display agate the slide. Display agate in slide. The constructor is called when an object of a class is created. What is my object of the class here? AITM MCA is equal to new AITM. When you write this line, automatically it will going to call. So it will give the output as welcome to constructor. This is constructor. Is it clear? Now all of you write on one small code for me. You display the message welcome to Java, then class name is Java. Use this method. Class name is Java, display message is what? Welcome to Java. Write on a code and send me in WhatsApp group fast. Understood the question what I told? Write down the code. Soumya understood the question what I told? Okay, please write. Okay, please write down the code fast. Java, class name is Java. Okay, Kiran already written. Kiran, class name ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೋ? ಮತ್ತು ಬರಿಬೇಕಲ್ಲೋ, ಅದು ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ರಾಂಗ ಇದು, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ ಕೊಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋರು. Soumya, you have written java.mca. Why you have written like this in main method? Java.mca you have written. Is it correct or wrong? Dot is there? Okay, fine. Then, okay, fine. So this is yes, fine. So this is about constructor. In this constructor we will going to study three types. One is default constructor, I mean a no constructor. Another one is no argument constructor, and another one is parameter constructor. Total three types constructors are there, so we will study one by one. And remember, this one is no argument constructor. Example of what? No argument. Here I am not using any parameters or no arguments, I am not using here, so it is called no argument constructor, right? It is called what? Constructor. Now types of constructors, we have three. One is no argument constructor, but constructor name is there, and another one is a parameterized constructor. It's a interesting topic, this one, parameterized constructor. And another one is default constructor, means no need to use constructor at all, right? So first we will study Java has no argument constructors. No argument constructors. Similar to methods, means we have seen in previous slides, Java constructor may or may not have any parameters, or you can call arguments. May or may not have any parameters, or you can call arguments. If a constructor doesn't accept any parameters, it is known as no argument constructor. In this example, you have written here, you are passing any values to this constructor. Any values, any parameter, any arguments have you used in this constructor? No. So it is called no argument constructor. But you are using constructor, but inside you are not passing any values. So it is called no argument constructor. No argument constructor. Example, what you are writing here, class name is what? My class. With the help of this my class, you are giving a name as a constructor name, that is my class. You are not passing any arguments here, so your inside this bracket is empty now. So it is called no argument constructor. Is it clear? So example, this one is example. Whatever you have written, that is example for this no argument constructor, right? Understood this one? Now it is called no argument constructor. Now parameterized constructor, this we will see. Parameterized constructor. Parameter means something we have inside the bracket, that is constructor followed by bracket we have some values, that is called parameter. Java constructor can also accept one or more parameters. One or more parameters means how many parameter I am using here. Can anyone tell me? Here AITM int a is there, so how many parameters I am using? Only one parameter, because int a one parameter, right? Except one or more parameters. It may have different parameters also, int a, comma int b, int c, float, string, like that. So different parameters. Not only it will restrict to use only two parameters or one parameters. No, any more parameters. Such constructors are known as parameterized constructors. So it is called parameterized constructor. So here a little bit of logic is there, so please try to understand. See, I have defined class name is AITM. Now I have defined one variable, that variable name is int abc. Okay, now after declaring this variable, which kind of variable it is? It is an instance variable. It is an what? Instance variable. Then I am creating what? Constructor. Constructor name is what? Class name. Class name is AITM. So AITM, this is a type of parameterized constructor. So here I am writing parameter, that is int a. That is int a. Now the next main logic is here. Parameter name is what? A. So A. Instance variable name is what? ABC. So you are assigning this value to instance variable abc. So abc is equal to a. This is a main logic, huh? Understood this logic? Instance variable, first you declare instance variable, then declare a constructor, then write the parameter name. After writing, this parameter name should be assigned to instance variable, that is abc. This is the main logic. We'll see example. Now first what I told, to declare class name is AITM. Next what should I write? Next declare instance variable. Next step is what? Declare instance variable. Instance variable we are declaring inside the class. Inside the class I am declaring variable name is what? ABC. Now after this, how to create a constructor now? You tell me. How to construct AITM. It is a parameterized constructor. So inside what I have to write? Int a. So we have to write constructor name is AITM, then parameterized. It is a parameterized. So I am writing int a. Done. Now next task is what? Whatever you are writing parameter name should be assigned to instance variable. Instance variable name is abc is equal to a. Done. Next what should I write? Class I have defined, constructor I have defined. Next what I have to define? Method. Next line in Baribikri. Main method. Next line should be what? Main method. So main method I will write public static void main. Is that clear? Next one is, see here. Next what should I do next? I have written a class name, constructor, main method. The next line is what? It's important step. Not SOP, man. Yes, very good. We have to create object of the class. Class name is what? AITM. Then I am writing AITM followed by a reference variable S1 is equal to new AITM. Done. Now see the logic. Here in previous examples you have seen only new AITM close the bracket, right? But here value is there. Value I have passing a 20, right? So this 20 will go to where? This 20 will go to where? Here. Int a, in place of int a it will accept 20. Then a value is how much? 20. 20 should be stored in variable abc. Then now you are printing abc value. SOP, the value of abc is, here you have to write abc is, how to access this value, how to print this member, reference variable s1 dot variable name is abc. See, the structure will going to work like this. First your control goes to where? Main method. Done. After entering this main method, it will read the next line. What you are written here? You are creating an object s1 new AITM, but you are passing here value. You are passing a value 20. It means it will go to AITM constructor. It will go to AITM constructor. Directly it will go to here. This one. Here your controls will come. So AITM is here. So AITM is there. Then value you have passed 20. So 20 should be stored in place of A. in variable a 20 will going to store. Now a value is 20 is equal to, where it will store on ABC. Now ABC value is how much? 20. ABC value is how much? 20. Now you are printing this line ABC. Now after taking this value, control comes to next line. Here finish. You have written here closing bracket. So after closing, controls comes again the next line. What you are writing? SOP. What? Print the value of this one is ABC. Value of ABC is S1 means what? This reference variable. S1 means reference variable. It has the value 20 from which variable? From ABC. So S1 dot ABC you are accessing with the help of reference variable through this constructor, right? So S1 dot ABC means the answer is 20. 20 will going to display. So it is parameterized constructor. Here this one is very important, this concept. In previous examples you have writing only bracket, but here you are passing the value. So it is parameterized constructor. Important, very important. Understood this question? Any doubts in this example? No. Okay. Have you written that previous slide example, because it's very important? Have you written? All of you? Okay. I don't know what happened. Ria is connecting and disconnecting in every classes. I don't know what is happening. I think she is not interesting to listen this class. Am I boring to you, students? My class is no, right? Okay. Because I am feeling in that way, because in every classes she is I don't know whether it is a network problem or I don't know. Okay, leave it. Now next one is deep. Okay, time is up. 1 o'clock is over. Okay. We'll continue, because yes. Please all of you disconnect. Thank you.